morning, Legacy Bible Church. I am here by myself. Stephen and Robin are out enjoying some time together, but I didn't want a week to go past without just sharing what's on my heart. So I thought I would just do this by myself today. I wanted to just Stephen always says that repetition is good, especially when we're trying to reprogram something that's been programmed in us for so long. So I just wanted to share what's on my heart about sin. And I grew up being scared of sin, knowing that I was a sinner. I did sin a little bit, maybe that sin kept me out of heaven. And if I didn't confess every sin, when I got to heaven, I was going to answer for every sin. So I dealt with that a lot. And then I remember coming to a place where I just knew that Jesus died for my sin, and I was going to go to heaven. I really, really was able to have that peace. And then, I still struggled with making sure I confessed every sin before I went to sleep because I didn't want to die with an unconfessed sin. And then I kind of moved into some different teachings, because if you've heard my story, you know that I have been through quite a number of teachings. And probably the last several years, 10 plus, it was more that while sin is there, those who are Christians who believe in Jesus Christ are above sin. And we kind of just stay in a place that's above sin. We don't have to really acknowledge or think about it. And when I first met Stephen and talked to him, I was very offended that he told me I was a sinner, because Jesus died for my sins, so I'm not a sinner anymore, and I can't identify myself as a sinner. And so I was very offended by that. But it took a year or so just to sit and think and process and listen. And once I listened and understood what he was saying, I was relieved to say, I'm a sinner. We believe that Jesus Christ was born of a virgin, lived a perfect life, died on the cross, was dead 3 days, rose again, ascended into heaven. We have faith to believe that. When we believe that, we are sealed. We are sealed. We are 100% forgiven, past, present, future. But as here, still on earth, we have a human nature, and it is sin infected. And once I was able to just believe that and understand that and realize that, I was just relieved. And there's not a day that goes by since I just fully accepted that and thought about that I'm not relieved. That I don't, like, there's not a day that goes by that I don't just feel that utter relief. Because I'm trying to think, the reason why is because I'd always walk around just feeling like such a hypocrite, because I was supposed to be above sin, yet I still struggled with sin. I still got angry. I still got jealous. I still struggled with a sinful thought of maybe wanting to steal something, which I know is completely absurd, but that's there. I would have struggles with addictions. So I was like, maybe I'm a hypocrite. I know I love Jesus, but I could never reconcile, because for me, I'm very math minded. So I wanted to reconcile everything. 2 + 2 = 4. Okay. I have sinned. Jesus died on the cross, but I still sin. But I'm told that I shouldn't sin, and I'm told that sin's not accounted to me. So how does all this work? And just once I settled on the fact that I'm a sinner. Jesus died for it, past, present, and future, but it still happens. It's still there. And it's okay. That doesn't give me, what does Paul say? Doesn't give us permission to sin. We doesn't mean we're just going to go sin. I can't remember. Stephen would know the verse I'm talking about, but that we don't just allow us just to go and sin and do whatever we want. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that when I do get angry at my kids, or when I do struggle with an addiction, or when I do struggle with a thought or anger, all those things, that I don't have to feel like a hypocrite. I don't have to try to check off all the things to get closer to God because I sinned and that put a gap between me and God. I can just say, okay, struggle with that. I have the ability to have self-control. So next time I'm going to get a little better. And the next time I'm going to get a little better and better after that. But I don't have to work to be sinless. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't have to work to be sinless. The past teachings would be you are just sinless. No, I'm not. I have sin. It's there. And it's okay. It's okay. Because Jesus paid a price, and I'm just going to try harder, or not, because now I feel like I'm not getting my point across. Not try harder. I'm just going to be. I'm going to ask forgiveness. I'm going from the person I've offended. I'm going to ask forgiveness of the Lord. I'm going to pray in the Spirit. And then I'm just going to live my next moment and the next moment and the next moment. But just there was an utter relief for me saying, okay, I am sin infected. I am. And so are you. And so are you. And so are you. And it just was a lot of freedom for me. And so I don't know if anybody else would be able to identify with this, but that was what was on my heart today. And I just wanted to share it. And so if you have any questions or comments or anything like that, feel free to email me. I would tell you my email address. I think it's somewhere on the screen. I'm looking. It's on the screen. Sarah.cobb? I don't know. I need to memorize that. And I know that it's usually on the screen when Robin's doing it. So maybe next time. If you have questions, you can email me. Anyways, you have a great day, great week, and we'll see you soon.